The future is now in San Antonio as Dylan Harper has exceeded his lofty expectations already this season and how this is only going to continue. And we're going to discuss it all here on Spurs Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. And guys, if you guys are as excited as I am about this 5-0 start, I want you to put a 5 in the chat. Just put a 5 in the chat if you're as excited as I am about this 5-0 start. And then put a D for Dylan Harper if you're as excited as I am about this guy, Dylan Harper, proving to be a long-term star for the San Antonio Spurs this early in this season already. The rookie sensation isn't a star yet. We know, but the flashes are there, but he's proving he can be down the road already. Vision's finally starting to come together for the Spurs. Obviously, we have talked about over the last couple years as a Spurs organization. Okay, there's Wemby. Vassell, he looks good. Okay, we have this piece. Is Sochan going to be part of this? All of it comes together. We get De'Aaron Fox last year, who hasn't even played yet. Sochan, as I just mentioned, hasn't even played yet. We get the second pick in the draft, and we're expecting to pick 8, maybe get a guy like Trey Johnson. Instead, we get the clear-cut second-best player in this draft coming in Dylan Harper, and the developing talent with everything the Spurs organization has done has led us to having a 5-0 start. And it really has started with, of course, we have to mention him, Dylan Harper's who we're here to talk about. But we know that Wemby's been Wemby. 30 points, 14 rebounds, 4.8 blocks. Let's just get it here in full a little bit more. 30, 14.6, 4.8. Not turning the ball over, 56% from the floor, only 31 from 3, but he has taken a minimal amount of threes. 1 4 for 5 game will get that up close to 40. So, had to quickly talk about this guy because he has changed the mindset of this organization. Obviously, his drafting of Victor Wembanyama changed the fortune of the San Antonio Spurs because we thought to ourselves, we have a guy. Not just a guy, the guy. And his mindset change coming into this year has trickled down, and the influx of Dylan Harper into this roster just gives us that, not just so we have the tenacity, the grit, the toughness, but we also now have the talent. And that's when you combine both of those, when you have that mentality along with the talent, that's really when you start to get contenders on a year-in, year-out basis. And while Wemby's a clear franchise superstar, plenty of youth around him, I also want to shout out Stephon Castle, who has looked superb so far this year. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a turnover issue up and down there, but overall, I've loved the way that Stephon Castle is playing. When he really makes those quick decisions, gets downhill, finishing around the basket, facilitating for his teammates, and then defensively reading the passing lanes and using his twitchy athleticism, he's truly going to be one of the best 2 guards in the entire league. But the one emerging weapon that we're here to talk about is Dylan Harper. Just 19 years old, showing he can be a long-term piece. In the recent win, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3. On the season, Dylan Harper, 14.4, about 5 rebounds, about 5 assists, only turning the ball over twice a game, shooting 48% from the floor, which is great as a guard, especially one that's 6'6" and below, and shooting close to 36% from the three-point line in 26 minutes. Obviously, there's been no De'Aaron Fox. So without De'Aaron Fox, Harper has had to take an elevated role offensively. But he is just showing the talent and showing the ability that he has on the offensive side of the basketball. The number 2 pick isn't putting up all-star numbers yet, but again, he is only 5 games in, and he is putting up quality 6-man of the year numbers. I've seen plenty of 6-man of the year put up numbers like that. And if he continues to play like this once De'Aaron Fox gets back and we're truly the 50-win team that we look to project to be, he will be in the heart of the 6-man of the year conversation. I know he's going to be within that rookie of the year conversation too, but he will truly be within the heart of that 6-man of the year conversation. He can facilitate with, honestly, he's going to get there with the best of them in the league. He was getting to the paint in a finishing and affecting plays at such an efficient rate at Rutgers. just the way he touches and gets to the paint off the bounce. He's there so consistently and with such balance that he can facilitate, and he also can finish with both hands at the basket. He's just looking too comfortable for a guy who's only 19 in his 5th game. I understand the talent that they have played hasn't been the premier talent of the NBA, but just the way that he has been able to get downhill. Obviously, here you see Wemby dishing out for the 3. 3 looks good, and that was something that we were worried about because he's not a traditional shooter, but he shoots it with confidence. He shoots it like, yeah, I'm supposed to do that, but this is really where you get Dylan Harper. Okay, downhill, can finish with the right, no problem, even though I'm a lefty. All right, Hami Hawkins, good defender downhill, doesn't matter. I can go finish with the left there. On the outside, let me get to my spot. I can use the physicality that I already have as a player. And then the second half against the Heat, you really got to see the playmaker. You got to see the guy who was looking for others. The beautiful lob to Wemby. Just that connection alone is going to feed families for the next few years in San Antonio, because that alone is going to, the offensive rate, the efficiency in which the Spurs are going to play with will largely be in part to the connection between Dylan Harper and Victor Wembanyama, who are only a couple years apart, so they have time to grow and grow and grow together. With Harper on the floor, the Spurs 127.2 offensive rating and a 20.1 net rating, according to Data Baller. Not out there. 108 offensive rating, 3.5 net rating. It's the way he gets downhill, and he makes the smart, right decisions. He has a lot of De'Aaron Fox he has a lot of that De'Aaron Fox mold. De'Aaron Fox loves to probe the paint, get downhill, finish with either hand, that midi that he has, and then also can facilitate for his teammates. He has a lot of that already. So when Fox comes back and you do switch from Fox to Harper, you're not going to lose much from the offensive side of the basketball, and you're going to gain a bit defensively, because I do think Harper is a little bit better of a defender than Fox. Fox is great at reading the passing lanes and can slide his feet. They call him Swiper for a reason, but he is a perfect complement to Victor Wembanyama. The two play off of each other very well. And this is the profile for the rookie ladder. He was 3rd in the rookie ladder when the latest rookie ladder there, as this was before that Miami Heat game, so the stats are not about the same, but he was really quoted saying, and I thought this was super interesting, not limiting myself to more than one thing, just trying to be all around. And you've noticed this year that he is trying to be all around. He's wanting to get downhill to the paint. He is wanting to shoot threes, but shooting the right threes and not trying to take them often, but keep the defense honest. He's wanting to get his teammates involved, but also he is willing to pick up people 75 feet from the basket, even 94 feet from the basket if necessary. He is willing to play that kind of defense, knowing that he has the energy and the tenacity for it. I love what I'm seeing out of Dylan Harper, because the future is bright, but the future is right now. He is going to be a perennial portion of the future of the San Antonio Spurs. Regardless of if you were watching this thinking to yourself, the Spurs can compete today, they can compete next year, they can compete in a few years down the road. The thing about it is, with Dylan Harper and Victor Wembanyama, those two, with Castle as well, that big 3 needs to stay together. They need to stay together, because those 3, with whatever else you put around them, is going to be a team that is going to be competing for championships here in the future. Let me know what you guys think. What is your favorite part of Dylan Harper's game so far this year? Comment down below what you feel. Again, put a 5 up in the chat if you are feeling super happy about this 5-0 like I am. But this has been Spurs Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. I appreciate all of you guys, and I'll be seeing you guys again very soon.